All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have something we have to talk about. You know, there's a writer named Marcus Hayes who Joel Embiid pushed in a locker room because he wrote some stuff in an article, and a lot of people don't like him for it. But he said something on an interview the other day. He said, I hope that Josh Harris owns this team forever because these stories just write themselves. And as a writer, that makes perfect sense. They write themselves. There's no, I woke up today and I was like, all right, look, I could go through the second quarter of the game last night and talk about lineups and do some analytics on why the 76ers collapsed and blew a 19-point lead and what I think Nick Nurse could be doing differently and all these types of things. And I started thinking about it and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll do it later once I gather some more information. And then bam, breaking news. Sixers drop. There's always breaking news, Sixers drama. It's almost like I don't even have to try to put stuff together. They just keep giving me things to talk about. So as a YouTuber, it's great. The problem is I'm a real fan of this team, and it's so incredibly frustrating that the debauchery, the dysfunction is unbelievable. Anyway, give me 1,000 likes on this video before we get into it, okay? YouTube creators, we give you this free content all the time, every day, multiple times a day. All we ask is that you hit that little thumbs up one time. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost we passed 25,000. We're on the road to 20. We're on the road to we're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. Okay. Apparently Tyrese Maxey called out Joel Embiid. Let's just get into it, man. So there was a meeting last night, Nick Nurse said, before they talked to the press. There was a team meeting. And we were like, okay, what happened in this team meeting? Are we ever really going to hear about it? Are we going to find out? Well, Shams reports inside the Philadelphia 76ers team meeting Monday night amid a 2-11 start in which a star challenged all-star NBA center Joel Embiid. I have no idea what I'm about to say when I react to this, but let's just click on it and read the article together, okay? Sources: Tyrese Maxey challenged Embiid in 76ers team meeting. Amid a 2-11 start that has them in last place in the Eastern Conference and with their star trio of Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey yet to play a game together, the Philadelphia 76ers held a team meeting following Monday night's 106-89 loss to the Miami Heat. The loss was the team's fourth in a row, sparking veteran guard Kyle Lowry to call for a meeting. Kyle Lowry's the one that called for a meeting? You're part of the problem, bro. You're 49 years old. Retire already. Anyway, a much-needed heart-to-heart and a call to action and urgency, sources told ESPN. In this meeting, players and coaches held each other accountable and took fault in the start to the season. Maxey challenged Embiid to be on time to team activities, calling out the 22-23 league MVP about being late, quote, for everything, and how it impacts the locker room from other players to the coaching staff, sources briefed on the meeting told ESPN. Maxey and Embiid have a close friendship and a history of holding each other accountable, according to those around the team. Tyrese loves the big fella, but this is the elephant in the room. A person involved in the meeting told ESPN. Players told 76ers coach Nick Nurse they want to be coached harder, and coaches in turn said they want players to practice with purpose and attention to detail. Embiid accepted the messages sent in the meeting, sources said, but he stated that he is sometimes confused about what the 76ers are attempting to execute on the court. Oh my God. Embiid, who was listed as doubtful most of Monday due to an illness, was not seen by most teammates and coaches throughout the day before appearing for warm-ups and playing in the game. Maxey is highly regarded as a young leader by many in the organization. Those around the team were not surprised that he spoke up Monday. He has been out since November 2nd with a strained right hamstring, but sources said he's expected to return this week. Philadelphia transformed its roster in the offseason we know that. After years of trying to, ESPN's Basketball Power Index ranked the Sixers third in its preseason rankings. Their preseason over-under total was 51.5. Paul George, recovering from a bone bruise in the knee, played 6 of the games. The team is 0-3 since Paul George's return. Okay, there's a couple of things that we have to react to in this article. The first one is obviously Maxey challenged Embiid to be on time to team activities, calling out the MVP for being late. Now, I respect the fact that the coaches and the staff said, hey, let's all get in a meeting and let's be honest with each other and let's all call each other out for things that we think are a problem with the team right now. And I love the fact that Tyrese Maxey knew in his heart that one of the problems with this team is Joel Embiid not being a leader and not being serious and not taking things seriously and apparently being late for everything. And I love the fact that Tyrese Maxey is at a point now where he is confident enough in his own abilities and his own stance and stature on this team that he can call out Joel Embiid. So I love the fact that Tyrese Maxey did that, and I respect him greatly for that. But I am shocked at the fact that Joel Embiid is acting in a way that is obvious enough for his teammate to call him out. And people have been questioning Joel Embiid's character for years. They have been questioning Joel Embiid's work ethic and his care and his level of seriousness for years. And I have defended him every single time. I blamed injuries for everything. I said, you can never question his heart and his work ethic. He's just always hurt. But there was always people saying, no, dude, he doesn't want it. He doesn't care. He's on the court jogging around. He's out of shape. He doesn't look like he gives a shit. And he plays in the Olympics this past offseason when he probably shouldn't have. He did that for himself to get a gold medal to add to his collection so that when he retires, he could say, and I also won an Olympic gold medal. That was selfish because he didn't look like he was ready to go then. Then you go an entire offseason and you show up not ready to go. And the team says he's not ready yet. We're going to put him through a ramp-up protocol, okay? Then the ramp-up protocol's over and you still look so slow and out of shape. We're all wondering what the fuck the team was doing in the ramp-up protocol. Okay? Then there's a couple of things that happened in the first couple of games that you played that annoyed the hell out of me. First of all, the Cleveland Cavaliers back-to-back where you said, I said I'm not going to play back-to-backs, but I'm a troll. So, I want to play tomorrow, and it's up to the team. The team is losing. The team looks absolutely terrible. And you're in front of the media saying, yeah, I might play a back-to-back now, but don't believe what I say because I'm a troll. You know what I mean? The trolling's over, Joel. You're not 21 years old anymore. You're not a rookie in the NBA anymore. It's not all happy-go-lucky fun and games anymore. The trolling is over. It's time for you to grow the fuck up. You're 30 years old. You've won absolutely nothing. You come into every season out of shape. You take a month and a half to get in shape. And we're supposed to be, he's trolling again. It's not funny anymore. It's time for you to take it seriously. And then, what did he say after last night's game, man? Oh, they asked him, hey, they asked Joel Embiid, hey, we heard there was a team meeting, after tonight's loss. And he said, oh, there was a meeting? I didn't know that. Now he's snarky and condescending to the media and sarcastic and like, bro, you guys are 2-11 and you don't look like you care. You do not look like you care. And everybody over the course of your career that's insulted you for your lack of he needs to be in the paint more. This guy wants to jump around and shoot threes. This guy wants to dribble the ball in the perimeter and be a 7-foot Kobe Bryant. It's all starting to look like those people are right. It's all starting to look like Joel Embiid is one of the most talented, maybe the most talented 7-footer I've ever seen touch a basketball. But it's starting to look like his skill level at his size got him here, and he doesn't actually care to take it to the next level. If he really cared to take it to the next level, he would be 245 pounds right now. If you Google Joel Embiid at Kansas and look at what he looked like when he was 245 pounds. The fact that he comes into every NBA season 300 pounds and has to lose weight to start the season should tell you that he doesn't care. He doesn't do anything in the offseason. He doesn't care about his diet. He doesn't care about anything because he made it. He made it. He made it to America from a poor country, and he made millions of dollars, and that's great. But and I'm not even saying that he has to care, because if you gave me that much money, I probably wouldn't care either. But we're calling out the fact that he clearly does not care, and it's time to say it. And now you find out that Tyrese Maxey, who's undersized, who fell in the draft, who was told his whole life he's not big enough to be an NBA player, who actually does have a chip on his shoulder, who constantly has something to prove and wants to win more than anything else, is the one that called him out. So over all of the years of the Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all these pampered divas who were treated like trophies, who were treated like shiny toys that you're not allowed to talk down on, you're not allowed to, all those dudes were frauds. And the Sixers ownership sold us hope. But out of that, we got a true winning mentality player in Tyrese Maxey. And lo and behold, somehow, some way, we got another one in Jared McCain. So at this point, I'm completely over it. Joel Embiid doesn't want it anymore. He's 30 years old. He's had multiple knee surgeries. He's in pain. He can't run. He can't jump. Hang it up. Why'd you sign an extension, bro? Hang it up. Retire. It's over. You had a nice run. You had good couple of years. You have some historic stats to talk about. You hang it up. Hang it up and retire, and we'll move forward with our two new players that look like they want it more, and we'll try this thing again, but this thing is over, bro. This thing is over. Do you really think at 30 years old, Tyrese Maxey now, Joel Embiid is going to hear what Tyrese Maxey said and decide, oh, okay, now I'm going to take it seriously? Fuck no, dude. Come on, man. Another problem I have is this. Embiid accepted the messages in the meeting, sources said, but, there shouldn't be a but there at all. So Joel Embiid's going to start pointing fingers now. Joel Embiid stated that he is sometimes confused about what the 76ers are attempting to execute on the court. I got news for you, Joel. The Sixers don't know what they're executing on the court because you're never out there. And when you are out there, you're a shell of yourself. So we have a system built around you that we can't run because you suck right now. Anyway, there's my take on it, bro. This Joel Embiid being late to everything thing is a very eye-opening personally for me when it comes to Joel Embiid's will to win, his care, his work ethic. I don't think he cares. He's mega rich. He made it from a poor country. He has a beautiful wife and kids in a mansion. Bro, he doesn't care anymore. And that's fine. Retire and ride off into the sunset. Clearly, he doesn't care, or he would be 250 and in shape right now. So there's that. Anyway, before I get out of here, I want to leave you guys with this, bro. A couple of reasons that the Sixers really, really suck this season. Okay, here you go. The average age of the Philadelphia 76ers roster is 28.3 years old, making them the oldest team in the NBA. They are the oldest team in the NBA. Daryl Morey has done it once again, signing the likes of Reggie Jackson, Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon, and so on and so on and so on, giving Paul George a max contract at 34 years old. He doesn't seem to believe in age. But it's all it's all tanking itself, okay? Here's another one. The average height for an NBA player entering the 24-25 season is 6'7". The Philadelphia 76ers have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players on the roster under 6'7". They have 7 players under 6'5". 2 of them, Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry, are 2 of the oldest players in the NBA. The 76ers are playing two of the oldest, shortest players in the NBA, a combined 30 minutes per game this season, Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry. And every time you watch a game, every time a run happens, every time they collapse, those two fat midgets are on the floor. How can we see this so clearly and the coach and the GM cannot? Look at this guy, Justin Edwards, 20 years old, 6'7", 203, from a winning college at Kentucky, and we watched him in the summer league. We watched him in the preseason. He's an absolute NBA scorer, and it won't put him on the floor, bro. He's 6'7", he can dribble, pass, and shoot, and he's 20 years old, and Nick Nurse won't play him because he's obsessed with these two old fat midgets, bro. Somebody explain this to me. The 76ers are dead last in the NBA in points per game at 103.3. The 76ers are in the bottom 5 of the NBA in total rebounds per game. The Wizards are 25. There's 5 more teams here. The 76ers are one of those teams. I am just absolutely at a loss for words. How the combination of Daryl Morey loving old players, but even more so, we keep getting a coach who refuses to play young guys. If 6'7" Justin Edwards was on another roster, he'd be playing NBA minutes right now. Lester Quinones, 6'5", can dribble, pass, and shoot. He was playing for the Warriors last year, and he scored 13 points on the 76ers last year and made 4 threes in a blowout win for the Golden State Warriors. There are young players on this roster who can play basketball. And for some reason, the coach won't put them on the floor. And in turn, you have the oldest, shortest team in the league with the worst record. How's it not obvious? But none of these reporters will get in a postgame and ask Nick Nurse these questions. He is literally the exact replica of Doc Rivers. It's unbelievable to me that I keep getting a coach that will not put young players on the floor. Why? Why? That's all I got, man. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.